Hey racers, JonRacer3 here today, and welcome back to weekend 7 of the GT Cup Series. As you can see, we have our racers from week 6 still lined up in their finishing positions. We have the Aston Martin switch their car and move to the back as their red car move to the finals. Let's see our new matchups for this week and see who will move on to join the winner's circle. Here are your new cars ready to compete. And here are the matchups. We have Corvette going up against Mercedes, Lamborghini going up against BMW, Lotus against Viper, Ferrari going up against Ford, Corvette going up against Cadillac, Porsche going up against Jaguar, Renault going up against Mazda, and finally we have Aston Martin going up against Ford. Let's get started. Corvette, a fan favorite, starting first. 3, 2, 1. Look at that, it's going to be the Corvette just sneaking the win out of the Mercedes' hands. Next up, we've got a Lamborghini versus BMW rivalry. 3, 2, 1. They both spin out. It's going to be the Lamborghini just sneaking the win. Next up, we have the Viper versus the Lotus. 3, 2, 1. It's going to be the Viper just barely winning. Our next matchup is Ferrari versus Ford GT. This Ford GT is a decently fast casting, and I'm not sure why it's not putting up a good fight, but maybe it will in this race. 3, 2, 1. He tries to put up a good fight, but none of them finish. We'll go to a re-race. Okay, the cars have switched lanes. It's the Ford GT's second chance. 3, 2, 1. And the Ford GT is going to get his wish. Ford GT wins against the FXX. Next up is Cadillac versus Corvette. 3, 2, 1. Look at that. It's going to be the Corvette just sneaking the victory. I apologize. In that last clip, it was the Cadillac beating out the Corvette just by a hair. Our next matchup is the Jaguar versus the Porsche. 3, 2, 1. Look at that. Jaguar decides it wants to be a tornado, or a Beyblade if you want to call it, and the Porsche sneaks the victory. After that hilarious matchup, we have two yellow or goldish cars. We got the Renault versus the Mazda. 3, 2, 1. And it's the Renault taking the win. We have last week's champ, the Aston Martin, going up against Ford GT. 3, 2, 1. And it's the Aston beating the Ford GT. There you guys have it. Here are our victors of the first round, and here are our losers of the first round. Let's move on to the second round. We've got our matchups of Renault versus Aston. We've got Cadillac versus Porsche. Then we have Viper versus Ford. But our first matchup, we have Corvette versus Lamborghini. 3, 2, 1. And look at that. It's Lamborghini crashing the Corvette and getting rid of all of the fast cars in this category and moving himself on to the semifinals. That's a crazy start to the second round. I was not expecting the Corvette to get out so easily, but now we have a Ford GT versus a Viper. 3, 2, 1. And it's the Viper pulling in front of the GT. Viper and Lamborghini are looking really good right now. Can the Cadillac or the Porsche move on? We'll have to see. 3, 2, 1. And it's going to be the Cadillac moving on to the semifinals. We've got Aston Martin versus Renault. 3, 2, 1. And it's going to be the Aston beating out the Renault. We have our 4 semifinalists. It'll be the Lamborghini versus the Viper, and then the Cadillac versus the Aston Martin. Lamborghini versus Viper. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's going to be the Lamborghini shutting down the Viper. Can Lamborghini put a spot in the finals, or will he have to lose against whoever wins this race? We'll have to see. 3, 2, 1. And it's the Aston Martin beating out the Cadillac. It all comes down to this. Can Lamborghini put a car in the finals? Will Aston Martin win it 2 weeks in a row? Team Lamborghini or Team Aston Martin? Choose down below. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And it's going to be Lamborghini putting a car in the finals. A well-deserved win from Team Lamborghini as they put a car in the finals. Next week will be the last week any car here can put a car in the finals. It's going to get pretty intense. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned in for next week because it's going to get crazy. See you races later. Peace.